Your Cloudflare account is de-indexing your site from Google right now. I'll say it again. The setting you turned on last year to keep OpenAI out of your content is telling Googlebot to get lost too. And the default that flips for every new domain on September 15 makes it worse. If you paid an SEO agency $2,000 a month and your rankings dropped in the last 60 days for no visible reason, start here. Not your content, not the last core update, your own CDN. Cloudflare quietly reclassified Googlebot as a Search+Training bot. The toggle labeled Block AI Training is now blocking the crawler that ranks you. Bot fight mode does the same thing. Real sites are already getting 403 errors served to Google on their own sitemaps right now, before the September 15 default even lands. John Mueller from Google slid into the DMs of the person who reported it on the SEO subreddit, which tells you Google knows about it and is not going to catch you when your traffic falls off a cliff. Sit with that for a second. Google's algorithm does not know your CDN is the reason it stopped crawling you. It sees a 403 and drops the page like a site that decided it does not want to be indexed anymore. You are opting yourself out of the Google index by accident, and the algorithm has no way to tell the difference between your own choice and a WAF misfire.
Here is what to do about it before I show you the receipts. Log into Cloudflare, add one allow rule for verified search crawlers above your AI block. You are safe. I will show you the exact wirefilter Claude Opus 5 wrote me in 11 seconds, plus the IP list Google publishes to verify itself.
First the ask, because most of you leave a video before the middle, and I want you to walk away with this one thing. If you want the config file, the Googlebot IP allow list, and the monthly Cloudflare audit checklist I run on every client site, join the Church of SEO Jesus. It is my free school community. Every prompt, every WAF rule, every workflow I pull out of these videos lives inside. Link in the description, subscribe on your way past, it costs you nothing. Now the receipts. Google publishes a JSON file at developers.google.com/search/apis/ipranges/googlebot.json. 315 verified Googlebot IP ranges. Updated August the 4th. The list is the whitelist Cloudflare's own bot verification checks against under the hood. If your WAF sits above your origin, and it does the moment you point your DNS at Cloudflare, then the rule you want reads like this. If the request comes from a verified search engine crawler, skip every other custom rule and every managed rule beneath it. The shape of the fix, right there. I asked Claude Opus 5 to write it in Cloudflare's own wirefilter syntax. 11 seconds. Here is what it emitted. cf.verified_bot_category equals search engine crawler. Actions, skip all remaining custom rules and managed rules. One comment line above it. Place above the block AI bots rule so Googlebot and Bingbot get exempted before the AI training block fires. Done. The whole fix on one screen. Why is this happening at all? Cloudflare made a business decision last year to monetize AI scraping. Sensible product. But to sell it, they had to categorize every crawler in the wild. And when they wrote the categories, they put every bot that crawls for both search results and model training into one bucket labeled Search+Training. Googlebot lives in that bucket, Bingbot lives in that bucket, GPTBot lives in that bucket. So when you clicked Block AI Training, you clicked Block Bingbot. You just did not know. Here is the money math. Google starts dropping URLs from the index inside 2 to 4 weeks of sustained 403s on important pages. The 2 to 4 week window is my estimate based on how Search Console coverage reports flip status in the wild, not a formal Google statement. If you enabled bot fight mode anytime in the last 18 months, and most of you did because Cloudflare pushed the AI scraper narrative hard across their marketing, your clock is already running. September 15 is the day new domains get this behavior by default. Every existing customer with Block AI bots enabled is already inside the blast radius. Here is what it actually costs a business. $5,000 a month buys you an SEO agency that reports on rankings. The rankings go to 0 because your CDN told your ranker to leave the building. You pay the agency the next month anyway. They blame the algorithm. Nobody opens the WAF. Nobody checks the response code the sitemap is getting. 3 months in, you have paid $15,000 for a service that could not fire because the pipe was closed at the front door. Meanwhile, your competitor, who never enabled bot fight mode because they never got round to it, is quietly eating your search traffic and cannot believe their luck. Here is the actual power dynamic. The operator who opens their WAF today gets a full quarter of runway on the ones who do not. And the ones who do not are usually bigger companies, because a bigger company has more layers between whoever pays for SEO and whoever holds the Cloudflare login. The founder operator wins this one on speed alone. The old way was, install Cloudflare, hit the block AI bots button, forget about it, trust the defaults because Cloudflare protects you. Debug ranking drops by rewriting content, buying backlinks, or firing the agency. The new way is different. Audit the AI Crawlers panel monthly. Treat every default flip inside your CDN as a potential de-indexing event. Debug ranking drops by opening Search Console's crawl stats first and looking at the response codes coming back from your origin. And the SEO agency does not own the WAF. You do. If nobody sits between the agency and your infrastructure, nobody checks the 403 log. Open Cloudflare yourself right now. Go to Security, then AI Crawlers. Look at whether Googlebot has a red block indicator next to it. That is the proof, not me telling you. Then open Google Search Console. Hit Sitemaps. Resubmit yours, watch the response code. Anything other than a 200 and you are in the affected group. The uncomfortable part, nobody on your side of this is going to fix it for you. Cloudflare's opt-out window for the new default closes September 15. Google is aware. Mueller confirmed publicly on Reddit. Google's answer will be some version of fix your origin config. Your agency does not touch Cloudflare. Your developer, if you even have one, treats the WAF as a security tool, not a marketing surface. The fix has to come from your hand, in your dashboard, this week. Here is the click-by-click. Log into Cloudflare. Left sidebar. Security. WEAF. Custom rules. Create a new rule. Field. Verified bot category. Operator. Equals. Value. Search engine crawler. Action. Skip. Under skip options, tick all remaining custom rules and all managed rules. Save. Then drag your new rule to the top of the list, above your block AI bots rule if you have one, 12 minutes if you have never touched custom rules before, 2 minutes if you have. Now the check. Google Search Console. Settings, crawl stats. Look at the response code distribution for the last 30 days. A spike of 403s starting anywhere in the last quarter, and you were affected. If the spike stops the day after you added the rule, the fix worked and Googlebot is being let through. And if you had an agency during that spike, ask them why nobody flagged the response code. Ask them what they were watching exactly for $5,000 a month. Because Search Console alerts on this, it sends an email when crawl errors spike, somebody was paid to read that email and did not. 2 questions to know if this is you. 1. Did you ever click block AI bots in Cloudflare or turn bot fight mode on? Yes on either and you are in scope. 2. Did your organic traffic slide between June and now with no explanation you or your agency can name? Yes on that too, and this is your first suspect before anything else. Not your third, your first. Before you touch a piece of content, before you run another audit, before you buy another link, verify the crawler can actually reach your pages. 2 risks I owe you. First, Cloudflare might hotfix the classification before September 15 and quietly separate Googlebot back out of the training bucket. If they do, the alarm in this video ages down inside a week. Great outcome. Second, they might ship a first-party allow search bots checkbox that makes my custom rule obsolete. Also fine. If either lands, I will drop the update inside the Church of SEO Jesus the same day. The monthly audit template I mentioned is what catches these silent config flips either way. One more thing worth naming. The window between a big company breaking something at the default layer and the operator community catching it is exactly where the little guy wins. Right now your competitors are still paying somebody to write 10,000 words about the last Google core update. You just fixed the actual reason their traffic went sideways. Do it before Monday. Because the operators who move on things like this in the first week end up owning the search results for the ones who move in month 3. The next video is on the caching change Cloudflare shipped last week. It is throttling first-party analytics and making paid campaigns look worse than they actually are. Same dashboard, same silent default flip. Already on the channel, top right of the end screen, click it before you close this one.